welcome to First in Fantasy. My name is Sam Dietz. In this video, we are going to be going over the 5 players whose rankings I just do not understand in fantasy football this year. These are guys, every time I come back to the rankings list, every time I'm doing a draft, I just go, what? Where are they going? I just don't understand it. I don't agree with it.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Some I'm way lower on, some I'm much higher on. I'm making this video to express my cases on these players, but honestly, I'm so confused. I'm like, am I just not understanding something? So if y'all have a different opinion than me on these players or you're in agreement, let me know in a comment below because it would really help to straighten things out for me.
Why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5?
Let's get started with my first player, and this is one that legitimately keeps me up at night, and that is Jayden Daniels of the Washington Commanders. He is currently going 5th overall for quarterbacks. Probably shouldn't say the number 5. Of course that's the number he's going at because he'll probably sue me or get offended or something on behalf of him and his family. What a weirdo.
Let's put a smile on that face.
And before I even get into his numbers and his projections, I don't understand like the drama. I think it's such a bad look and such a bad vibe for this guy. Like he was so sick his rookie year, got offensive player of the year, and then had an atrocious second season marred by bad play and injury. And then he decides to spend this offseason being offended that his number wasn't retired at LSU and making a big deal of it. What a weirdo.
What I did is I put laxative in his drink. I'm gonna shit all over your face after I fucking spark you.
Dude, you're in the pros now. Like, who cares about your college? And let's not pretend you were like Joe Burrow or something at LSU. I digress. Jayden Daniels was 17th on a points per game basis last year. He only played in 7 games. He had a knee sprain in week 2, a hamstring injury in week 7, and then dislocated his non-throwing elbow in week 9. This guy's like a freaking bionicle. Like he's barely hanging on. Like, and he's a representation in my mind of the entire Commanders organization. They had one miracle run his rookie year when defenses didn't understand him and all their players were kind of at their peaks. Then look what happened to scary Terry McLaurin. He got paid and dipped. Oh, let's reinforce the wide receivers this season with old Stephon Diggs.
Get off my lawn.
This whole team is a bionicle from like 2004. Oh, Samuel, but you're forgetting about Rachaad White. Oh yeah, another sick pickup by the Commanders. Like, I get that Jayden Daniels had a great rookie season. I loved watching him, but like his completion percentage dropped 10% last season. And the team only went 5-12. And do you really think this guy who's going to be the face of their franchise, this organization is going to be like, well, let's keep running Jayden Daniels out there and running all these quarterback sneaks and design plays? No, and that's why they've got a new offensive coordinator. Jayden Daniels is lining up way more under center according to reports, which means he's going to have to be more of a pure passer. You're really telling me you would rather have this guy than Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Patrick Mahomes? I don't understand it. Like, he is going as the 5th quarterback overall. I've got him outside my top 10. I would take like all these guys over him. It makes no sense to me.
The thunder of my vengeance will echo through these corridors.
Legitimately, someone give me your feedback on this player. Of all the players I'm going to talk about, he drives me the craziest. Before I forget, if you guys wouldn't mind taking the time to hit the like button, it is the hardest button for people to press. And if you are enjoying the video or you like the channel, please drop a subscription. This next player is going as the RB37 right now. That means he is currently being drafted like he's not even on an NFL roster and he's a starting running back. I don't understand that. And that is Jordan Mason of the Minnesota Vikings. All indications show that he's going to get their early down work and that he's going to get their goal line work. He was a little banged up last year and was also sort of competing with Aaron Jones on what was an atrocious offense led by JJ McCarthy.
For me, I call him 9. 9 comes out.
And yet he still almost averaged 5 yards per carry. That is such good metrics. Like, that is insane. And all of his metrics were so good. And I bet nobody would know this, but he actually finished in the top 10 for PFF grades for running backs across the entire NFL. That means just as a running back, as a pure runner, the guys he's making miss, the plays he's taking advantage of, his yards before and after contact, he's top 10 on all that stuff. And he's being drafted as running back 37. Every time I get him in a draft, I just feel like I'm stealing something or I'm doing something wrong or I don't know something. He's going behind guys like Tony Pollard, who's old and on the worst team ever. Jaylen Warren, who's going to be like the passing down back for the Steelers. I own so much Jordan Mason this year, it's criminal.
Oh, I like that.
Like, he's being drafted as the furthest back RB3, and I've got a great case for him to finish as an RB2 this season. He gets Kyler Murray in there, which is going to make Justin Jefferson better. It's going to open up the passing game. Kyler Murray as a runner is going to open up more lanes for Jordan Mason. Everything screams green light, green light, green light, and that he's a huge value. On to my next guy, who is just, I get an alert that he's injured with something different every single day, and that is old ass Mike Evans. No longer of the Buccaneers, but with the 49ers. The electrical substation is undefeated, and it's coming for everyone on that roster. The dude is 33 years old, and he looks it. He had his first non-1,000-yard receiving season last year, and I can all but guarantee that's going to be repeated this year. Yet he's being drafted like a high-end RB3, like he's going like wide receiver 25, 26. That's insane to me.
What the hell are you talking about?
Last year, he was dealing with a quad all season. Now in preseason, he's already dealing with a growing injury. I remember him when he was healthy last season. And when he's out there healthy, to his defense, he can look like Mike Evans. He can still make those 30, 40-yard catches down the field and climb the ladder and just dunk on a cornerback. The problem is he's so old, and we know we're going to see flashes of that, but I think he is one of the biggest sucker picks in the draft. I much prefer guys going around him like Christian Watson, Romo Dunze, Parker Washington. Way too much risk for Mike Evans. I'm out. If y'all have a different opinion, please let me know and tell me where I'm wrong. The fourth player on this list is going to be actually teammate last year of Mike Evans, and to me, he's a very similar version of Mike Evans, like not the same player, but just same sort of status and career, and that's Chris Godwin Jr. of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Did you guys know this is going to be Chris Godwin's 10th season?
What did you say?
Well, you might have been able to guess it because like Mike Evans, his health is causing problems with his age. 3 years ago, 1,000-yard receiver. That was the third season in a row he'd hit 1,000 yards. That's kind of what he did. He was awesome. He was like that really good wide receiver on a heavy passing attack. But then 2 years ago, injuries, 500 yards receiving. Last year, more injuries, 300 yards receiving. Emeka Egbuka is breaking out, and they have a flurry of other young wide receivers there. I don't see why Chris Godwin is going in the range he's going. He's going to wide receiver 35 overall. And I know this sounds crazy, but I would rather have guys like Makai Lemon, Casey Concepcion, rookies that are going 10 to 15 picks later that in my mind have way more upside than Chris Godwin Jr. Chris Godwin Jr. is one, going to get hurt at some point. Sorry, don't want to be the negative guy, but it's gonna happen. And apparently I've got this curse right now where when I'm down on a guy, they will get hurt. So sorry, Chris Godwin Jr. Sorry, Ashton Genty. Sorry, Jeremiah Love. But all I gotta say is, like, if you draft Chris Godwin, or if you already did, and I don't mean to be that guy, but like, you missed. Sorry, he's just a bad pick. You're probably never going to start him. If you do, you're never going to do it with confidence, and you're probably always going to be disappointed. I bet the dude ends up with, like, I don't know, 5 touchdowns, 600 yards this season. Like, who wants that? Give me the upside of a young guy at this area. Like, so out on Chris Godwin Jr. And honestly, at this point, they should rename him Chris Godwin Sr. because he's old as dirt. Or the other nickname I've been going with is Chris Godlose, because I think he's going to lose you your season if you plan on drafting him and putting him in your starting lineup. Okay, on to my final player. And this is one I'm really struggling with. Like, I think he's the inverse of Jayden Daniels for me, and I mentioned his name earlier in the video, and that is Patrick Mahomes, currently going as QB 14, a guy I'm targeting in every single league I'm in. Literally not being drafted as a starter. Absolute disrespect.
It became personal with me.
Probably the second or third best quarterback in NFL history, who was putting up top 3 fantasy numbers last season before he got injured. And I get it. he had a massive ACL, LCL tear. But the thing with Patrick Mahomes, he's never, to me, been like this athletic freak. He's never been like a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen. He is so intelligent and crafty and such a great thrower of the football. Like, he's coming back from that. He's ready to go. He's got 3 Super Bowl championships. And I know we're talking fantasy football, but he's been amazing at fantasy football. Like, he had one down year 2 years ago, and that was it. And now we're writing him off. But apparently, the Bionicle Man, Jaden Daniels, who had 3 injuries last season, is suddenly being ranked over one of the best quarterbacks of all time, who still has many years to play. He finally gets a non-legal issued healthy Rashee Rice. He gets Kenneth Walker III. It's like they are going to, I think, unlock Patrick Mahomes this year and have a revenger. Did you know? Everyone's been talking about, oh, Denver Broncos, maybe they should have been in the Super Bowl last season. And everyone's, all big on the Chargers. Mike McDaniels is there. Did you know that the Chiefs are still favored to win that division this year? What does that say about Patrick Mahomes? This dude could go out and win MVP this season, and I would not be shocked. And a top 5 finish from him as a quarterback is not outside the realm of possibility at all. So those are my 5 guys whose rankings I'm just completely confused about. Any insight from you guys would be greatly appreciated. If you like this video at all, got entertainment, or enjoy the channel as a whole, I would love it if you could leave a like and a subscription. It would mean a lot to me. Thanks so much.